got time for a break.
Yeah. I mean, they took some time off, and I think like that, yeah. How many, they normally play what, how many games?
81.
And they play. All right, guys. So we're back on our YouTube
Ward
channel.
3
if you guys
is
want to go
Flow
ahead,
Park.
subscribe. Why don't you send that to me so I can print it? We can print that out here and have that.
Yeah, Ward 3 is from 17th Street and north, and it goes all the way to Fairview, and then it goes down all the way to the end by Tustin Avenue and all that.
Say hello to my little friend. That's the link that we gotta share on Facebook.
Yeah.
All right.
So it's Ward 3. So that's the ward. I think that's Jose's ward, Jose Solorio. So if he moves from, the thinking is he'll move from that ward into the mayor's. So I don't know how it works. So if he's going to be able to stay there if he doesn't get the mayor's. So anyways, we'll ask her when she gets here.
Oh, there we go.
Yeah.
Hi, Erica. How you doing? Carlos, the guy Carlos is still mad at you because you don't answer him.
¿Cuál Carlos?
Carlos Fosado?
Oh,
Hello,
Carlos
boss.
Fosato. Carlos Fosato.
He said hi last time.
Uh-huh.
¿Qué dice? I love you too much, un chingo. But last time he said that you didn't respond to him. He's like, you're
Really?
mad at me, boss. Yeah, he keeps saying that you're mad at him.
Wow.
So
Why
sorry.
can't I see this La Jenny Dang? Oh, Jenny, that must be Jenny Dang's girl too. Why can't I see you in the live time? Can't see me. I'm right here.
Oh, it's because of the, what's that? What is that? Oh, it's the light. We need to move the light a little bit more.
Está muy enfrente, ¿no?
Yeah, and then you're dark, you're disappearing, you're a shadow. So, all right, guys. So we're back on YouTube. Sorry for the technical difficulties. Actually, if anybody knows or wants to come out and help us out a little bit, we keep having our system crash within what, 15, 20 minutes or
No, it's
anything like
weird.
that?
Today it crashed 15 minutes in. Last week it crashed like 30 minutes in, and the week before it crashed in like 54 minutes in. So I don't know. We got a new computer. We got everything. I don't know.
It's a new computer?
Yeah, a totally brand new computer.
All right, guys. So
let's talk about who you picking for FTP of the week.
who am I picking for FTP of the week? And this is a combined effort. But who is my FTP person?
You're a combined effort. You were the one that brought it up. You're the one.
Well, have you seen
By
any-
the way, now we're having an FTP
Have you
of the
seen any
week.
folks out there doing good things out there that are helping the community? You know what I mean? And I think our FTP person of the week is going to be the Razos, Teresa and Leo Razo, who were recognized by Nationwide and the NFL during Hispanic Heritage Month for their generosity and always consistently doing charity work, helping people out in the community.
Oh.
I mean, this couple, I don't know if they sleep at all because they're just so busy all the time. So our FTP people of the week is Teresa and Leo Razo with Villaroma and Cambalache. Keep up the great work, guys. You guys are an inspiration for all of us, and we really appreciate what you guys do. And they still offer every Wednesday, from what I understand. They have boxes of produce, which you can get some eggs and some other veggies.
Because you're products.
Because I'm a produce.
Santa Ana schools.
So they're offering a box of products, and because I'm a produce of Santa
So
Ana.
my understanding is, actually, I was there on.
You're at Villaroma?
I was at Villaroma a couple weeks ago. Did I go with Lucy? I went with Sophie.
Cambalache. You guys went to Cambalache.
So people were coming in. They were getting their box of fruits, vegetables, and so forth.
And milk, guys.
Eggs and milk.
Eggs and milk, guys.
Yeah.
Yeah. So they're now offering free eggs, milk, and some veggies and produce in a box at Villaroma.
So you get
and
eggs,
Cambalache.
milk, you get banana, porque es un licuado, güey.
Para que un licuado.
Pancho Pantera
Un
ahí.
chocomil, para que se pongan las pilas.
Yeah.
How you doing, Erica? Hopefully everything's going well with you and Mr. James Caney out there. But yeah, so our FTP people of the week, it is Teresa and Leo Razo for always
I
being
heard the door.
out there working in the community and helping as many people as they possibly can. So we got our guest here coming in a bit, and we're going to talk to her. So how was your weekend, man? Everything good? Or?
It was good.
You were in Tijuana, no?
Woke up in Tijuana last night.
Yeah?
Not just kidding. I drove down to Tijuana yesterday.
Yeah. How's crossing the line? Does it take?
It's me and my mom went. It took me like an hour and a half, hour and 15. Yeah,
That's not bad.
Yeah, I have the ready pass.
Even with the ready pass, it's
Yeah.
looking
Well, that's how long it takes now. If you go regular, it might take longer. I would
3
guess.
hours or so.
Yeah. Yeah. Go to Sophie? No.
No, that's
I just sent her a message right now, seeing what's going on.
that's something that that stops me from going. But I heard a lot of people are actually parking on the side of the border, walking. It's faster to walk across the border. No?
I've walked across, I think, twice,
Mhm.
and to me, it's easier to drive.
Really?
Yeah. I just standing in line, and you gotta get in line, and you gotta.
Yeah, but it takes 15, 20 minutes to walk across.
It's not as fast as it was before.
No?
No.
There's probably more. I
Yeah,
imagine.
everything's slowed down. Everything's down. I have like I said, that global pass, global entry.
So in other words, if you're going to Baja California, make sure you have plenty of time to cross the border because it's going to take you, from what I heard, even sometimes on a busy time, about
If you're going regular, it's probably gonna take you 2-3 hours.
3 to 4 hours, huh?
Yep.
Trust me, those immigration officers are not in a hurry to get you through. You know what I mean? They
Yeah.
want to make sure they check every car thoroughly, make sure that. Thoroughly.
I was coming across, and there was she didn't ask me for anything. She asked me if I had any alcohol in the car, and I said no.
I drank it all. It's all in my belly.
Yeah. So yeah,
Somebody's here.
that worked out. So.
All right.
I think so.
Well, our guest is here, and we're gonna put her on the spot right away. No, just kidding. Come on in.
There she is. I just sent you a message. You go, were you almost here?
Oh, hi.
Come on in.
Oh, and B is here too. Hi, B. How
Hi.
you doing? Good to see you. Well, our guest is here, guys. So Jannelle
Come on in, Jen.
Walker.
Welker.
Welker. I want to say Walker.
I know, we keep saying Walker.
You keep saying Welker?
Welker.
Yeah.
Welker. It's like my last name is Muñiz. They always call me Muñoz.
How you doing?
Hi.
Muñez, Núñez, Dunez, all that good stuff. B, we're gonna have to get you a different kind of shirt
What she got?
and a mask.
No.
Are you a Dodger fan too?
You got a doc?
Yeah.
Why'd you guys let her in?
I thought we didn't say no Dodger fans.
Yeah, Dr. fans are not allowed in the office. How you doing, Jannelle?
Doing very well.
Oh,
How are
cool,
you?
cool. Nice to meet you, Valley. Nice to meet you.
Great to meet you.
Yeah.
Well, nice to meet you finally.
Very nice to
I've
meet
seen
you.
your signs all over the place.
Oh.
You know what I mean? But
Good,
thanks
good.
for coming into the FTP Crew show. We really appreciate it.
Yes.
Our YouTube camera is there, and then you're on Facebook Live here. So
Okay.
if you want to look here and look there, or you could stare at us. It doesn't matter. It's not that much of a professional show, but our job is just to bring information to the city folks, so that way when they go out and vote, if they haven't voted yet, they can make an informed decision.
So there's a lot of people that haven't voted yet. Sophia,
I haven't. I'm
Sophia
still
was telling me
waiting.
she wants to go in and vote herself personally, and a lot of people are not doing the mailing yet. So,
Yeah.
so
Yeah, no, there's
yeah.
still. I mean, my mom today turned in 4 packages. She went to Memorial Park to drop them off at Memorial Park.
Oh,
4 ballots?
Yeah, 4 ballots.
Wow.
Yes,
Oh,
yes.
she's- they're taking them at Memorial Park.
If you look at your ballot book, it tells you the centers where
Oh,
they have
nice.
them. I wouldn't. I mean, you could hand them to the mailman if you want, but based on the way things are going, I don't know how safe that is. My suggestion is go to an actual center and drop them off there.
It's
Yeah.
Right.
still safe to use the ballot drop boxes too.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. And make sure that they're the confirmed register or voter ones.
Yes.
And how do we make sure is there a certain sticker or certification that people need to look for? Or?
It'll say, I think, like Orange County ballot drop box. It's going to be large. I
Okay.
mean, at least
You could
6.
tell it's part of the voting part.
You can. It's not going to be the ones that you're seeing online. They're very thin.
Yeah.
Okay.
And they're they just say official Dropbox. It's not going to be
Yeah, those might be
gray
fake
ones.
guys. So I would.
Well, they got sued and stuff, and now they're
There's some
supposed to
fake
take them
ones.
out. Now
They
they're
have to
not.
take
They
'em
they have
out.
to take them out, but they're not taking them out.
Yeah.
Yeah, so it's
It's
confusing.
crazy politics. So tell us how
Yes.
politics have been treating you so far.
I mean, I think we have been doing very well in the race. So I'm actually very, very grateful because I think we've all been very respectful towards one another.
I
in
say
this
that
race.
these people have, yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
This
in
this
race.
circle of candidates
Yes.
have, because in the past, man, there's been some
How many people are running in your ward? Well, district. It's district or is it what's it
Ward.
called?
The ward.
They call them
The
wards.
wards.
It's
They're
ward,
back to wards.
ward,
They
yeah.
changed it to.
It's wards now.
No, wasn't it gonna be districts or something before? Or
It's districted,
Yeah.
but the districts are called
Oh, still wards.
Yeah,
Got it.
and it's no longer like you have to live in that district to vote for that person.
You do.
Yeah.
It's not
So
at large.
it's not like at large like
Yeah.
we used to do
Right.
it. So
Okay.
that should be interesting, and that could
Mhm.
probably help somebody like yourself, because if you get enough people in that ward,
Yes.
they might be able. So share with us. You grew up here in Santa Ana, or?
Born in Garden Grove Hospital.
Nice.
And my family.
I know a lot of people forget about that. They're all like, if you're from Santa Ana, it's either Mercy Hospital or Garden Grove, right?
Yeah.
Because that's where my little sister was born.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm not
Okay.
far. I'm like down the street from it because I'm off of Fairview and 17th.
Okay, so you're on that side of on the north side, east. What is that?
Really
The west side. West
The
side.
very
Because
far west.
Because your ward is kind of like Flora Park and all that area, right?
All the way
Yeah.
to 17th
Santa
and
Anita?
Teston. Yeah.
Santa Anita, yeah.
A little bit of Santa Anita
First
in
and
there.
Grafton,
A little bit,
that area,
yeah.
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 So share with us, I mean, you know, who you are, what you do, and why should people vote for you?
Yeah, so my name is Jannelle Welker. I'm the youngest candidate, the only Vietnamese American, Asian American running for Santa Ana City Council Ward 3. My family grew up very modestly. We're very working class, low income. My father installed garage doors for a living.
Nice.
He's also a U.S. Marine veteran.
Hoorah.
Yes. And my grandfather was an Air Force veteran, so he actually brought my mother's side of the family, the whole family here from Vietnam.
Wow.
After the fall of
wow.
Saigon in 1975, a week before Saigon fell.
Oh, wow.
Mhm.
Wow, so they were able to get out here and make a living out here now in the United
Yes, very,
States.
very blessed. They all got naturalized.
Good.
We all attended local community colleges. So I went to Santa Ana College. Then I worked at Orange County Employees Association. I don't know if you're aware of that.
I've heard of them, yeah.
Yeah, they're in downtown
I'm
Santa
familiar with
Ana.
them.
Yeah. And then I transferred to UCI, got my degree in political science.
Nice.
Yes.
UCI, the anteaters.
Yep.
Right?
Zat.
I'm just curious, how did UCI, was there anteaters there in Irvine? Is
I
that
think there was anteaters in before they built
within
the
that
college
area?
or something.
I'm imagining that's
Yeah.
probably why. Why else, you know? Like
Yeah.
there was Titans at Cal State Fullerton, right? There was
They had elephants?
roaming around.
Okay.
And we had gauchos at Santa Ana College.
Yeah.
I mean, you know, that's
Dons.
Dons, there you go,
The
Dons
Dons.
and stuff. So. UCI, nice. My sister graduated from there as well. UCI,
Nice.
it's a good school.
It is.
I always get lost at UCI though.
Oh, I
it's
know.
so hard to like.
Really?
Yeah.
It's a circle though with Aldrich Park.
That's why you get lost. It's a circle. You just go in circles.
I know you're
You
parked
don't
here and
know.
all of a sudden you're like, where am I?
at?
Yeah.
That's happened to me before too.
Yeah.
Wow. So what do you do now, right? What are you doing now?
So I work as a policy advisor and communications director for Supervisor Doug Chafee at the Orange County Board of
Yeah,
Supervisors.
we're familiar with Doug
Fourth
Chafee, yes,
District,
yes,
yeah.
You work with what's his name?
Algebra.
No, there's another guy that used to come and support us for the ribbon cutting.
Oh yeah.
Austin.
Austin.
Yeah.
Austin.
Austin is no longer with our office.
Oh, I'm sorry to hear that. Okay, he was there
Yes.
with you guys briefly,
He
right?
was with
okay.
us.
Austin Mejia,
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. Yeah.
We work with Doug Chafee in the past. Luis and I do a lot of ribbon cuttings and grand openings sometimes. So if it's in their area, we
Yeah.
reach out to the county supervisors to
Perfect.
come in and welcome our businesses. So you're from Santa Ana. You're working there right now.
Yes.
What issues do you see here in Santa Ana that if you become city council woman,
Yes.
you would be able to come and take care of those issues?
I mean, I think first and foremost, the most pervasive issue on all of the forefront of our minds is going to be the homelessness issue.
Yes. Oh my God.
I
Yes.
mean, it's in our residential areas. I live right up next to the riverbed.
Okay.
So there's one retainer wall, which is maybe a foot taller than me,
Yeah.
and I'm not very tall.
Yeah.
And so individuals who are homeless who live in the riverbed jump over very frequently
To your house or
to our
the complex?
neighborhood. Yeah, to the complex.
Are you by the golf course or yeah?
Mhm,
Because
very
I ride my
close.
bike through there, so I always look at that. And go,
Yeah.
they could just put a little something. They could jump over your backyard real quick with really having any protection.
Yeah.
And are they going in there and causing havoc, stealing
Yeah.
stuff?
Stuff is stolen all the time. I have a ring, so I always get all of the notifications
Oh, wow.
from all the households around Edna Park. So there's packages that get stolen, there's
Yeah.
cars that are broken into, cars that are stolen,
Yeah.
and then there's trash and debris and mailboxes. Our mailboxes always
Being
stolen.
broken
Yeah,
into?
They always
Wow.
go through the mailboxes.
Yeah.
Wow, that is not good. Do they know that's a federal crime going through mailboxes? And get-
Obviously not.
I guess not, huh?
Guess not. And there's cameras.
Is there?
Yeah, there's cameras too.
Wow. So what would you do to address the homelessness situation?
So I think that we need to adhere to Judge Carter's plan, and I'm not sure if people, may be aware of Judge Carter's plan
Yes.
back in 2018 when that sitting board of supervisors tried to evict individuals experiencing homelessness, about over 700 of them from the riverbed. Judge Carter came in and put a stop to that eviction and said, look, you cannot make it a crime to not have a place to live.
That's
to
true.
be on the street.
There is there's no policy on that.
There's not, so you can't enact a anti-camping ordinance.
Right.
So all of the cities who were affected by these lawsuits that
Mm-hmm.
came out of this eviction had to build shelters in order
Right.
to have enough beds to accommodate and house individuals experiencing homelessness. So I think what we've seen is Santa Ana has built a lot of its shelters out. We're going to get Yale Street pretty soon here.
Mm-hmm.
And I think the other cities in the central spa, so it's I think 11 cities or so in the in the central region of the county. So you got the North Spa, which is the northern cities, Central
Mhm.
Spa, South
Yeah.
Spa. We can work with our neighboring central cities
Right.
and ask them to partner with us, put some money in a pool together, bring that in with the county of Orange to get some grants, and then work with the state legislatures to make pass a bill and get some more heat funding or heat grants in.
Yeah.
And then the operational costs, like let's say if you talk about the Buena Park shelter,
Yeah.
that one, the operational costs 1 year, $1.3 million.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
And what are we looking at the Yale operational costs? Do we know?
I'm not sure exactly what the Yale Street one is. It's going to be more because the one in Buena Park is 150 beds.
Oh, wow.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
So Yale Street's about 450 beds. So if you can think about that, maybe 3 times that.
Wow.
So it's going to be more, but if you have all the cities pooling that money in together, then I think it's a lot more affordable.
Yeah.
But Santa Ana has done its fair share, and so I think you need other cities to step up.
Right.
And I would be more than happy to go to those city council chambers and talk to their city council members.
Yeah.
And the
Like
city-
Aliso Viejo, I'm sure they want a homeless shelter over there.
Well, that's the South County. So
South
what
County,
what you see is what the debate usually is South County, if they don't want a shelter, they want to be able to utilize the shelter if it has county funding.
Oh, okay.
So then you start that discussion of, okay, so are you going to limit it only to the individuals experiencing homelessness out of your cities?
Wow.
So you can have
Yeah.
that discussion as well.
And it's a very tough topic because, from what I understand, a lot of our homeless folks are not even from this area.
Mhm.
It's because of the weather here in Orange County and everything. They come from other states as well. So it's kind of hard to say, okay, you're not from Santana, you can't be here.
Mhm.
You got to go another direction. So getting all the cities together, working collaborative and helping, you feel that's a way we could deal with homelessness. What about any help once they're in there as far as mental health or
Yes.
some type of assistance? I know a lot of these folks already suffer from some psychological disorders and stuff, but I heard that that percentage on that is a little bit small compared to some folks that are able to talk to and at least, hey, you're willing to accept some help.
Yeah, I mean, I think you have those at the highest end of the scale who need the most assistance, which is wraparound services, permanent supportive housing.
Yeah.
And those units are being built out, but it's very expensive. One unit, permanent supportive housing, is $500,000.
Oh, wow.
Mm-hmm.
So it's all, yeah.
It's a lot. So we are working together to try to create more units. It's called the Orange County Housing Finance Trust.
Okay.
And that trust is the JPA, the Joint Partners Agreement, with all of the cities who want to be involved, coming together collectively in one solidarity front, asking the state for more money to bring those dollars in. And once the trust has that money, they can allocate those units that you're talking about, permanent supportive housing units, into cities who accept the project, so you have local control.
Yeah.
So I think that's the greatest option that we have, and we need to utilize that JPA more and get all the cities in Orange County to join on.
I like that idea. How hard do you think it will be to do that, to get all the other cities? I mean, we've heard Irvine, we've heard Aliso Viejo. I say Newport Beach has been one of the friendliest ones when it comes to homelessness.
Mm-hmm.
But how do you reach out to those cities and say, hey, you guys got to be part of this?
I mean, it's relationships. It's starting one-on-one with a council member, asking, calling them up, sending them an email. Can I meet you up for socially distanced coffee at this point? And, we have some things that we're working on here in Santa Ana and some things that I've seen work really well in, north part of the county. And I'd like to take you to that navigation center and show you firsthand what it looks like and talk to other council members and ask them, how this has affected them, bringing it as an item to their city council. What kind of reaction did you get from your constituents?
Yeah.
And look at that process and what it looked like to, do that land zone change. And then from there, how are you going to pick your developer to create that project, to build that project? So I'd like to bring them in from the ground up and show them all the nuts and bolts of it.
Do we know of an area or state that actually has a good plan that's working for homeless and stuff, like bringing them into the shelter and then putting them there for maybe in a I don't want to call it a rehab home, maybe like a halfway home, that type of thing? Have you seen any other states or maybe any
Successful
other counties,
cities?
something like that?
Yeah, in Texas.
Texas.
So I know that what we have is the Be Well Center. Are you familiar with the Be Well, Orange County?
All I know is B right there, but I don't know the B well.
Yeah, yes.
I know that B right there. But no, share with us about the Be Well Center.
Yeah, so Be Well is actually in the Central Spa, the first one. It's a private-public partnership between different hospitals, Cal Optima, and the County of Orange, pooling in $16 million to build a mental health and behavioral health wellness campus.
Okay.
So what we've seen is in Texas they have this campus. So we're trying to bring this into Orange County, and this center is going to allow for people who are experiencing any mental health disorder, any behavioral health disorder, any addiction disorder, and it's going to be what they call payment. You can accept any type of payment. So if you have private insurance, I have Cal Optima, they will take me in and take you in. Or if you don't have any insurance,
Still take you in.
They'll
It
take you in.
doesn't matter.
Can we
yeah,
pay
payment
in,
agnostic. That's
can
what
we
it's
pay
called.
in aluminum cans and stuff like that? I see a lot. That's the one thing, good thing, positive thing about the homeless is they do a lot of recycling. I do see a lot of them riding around their bikes with bags and bags of cans of
Because
plastic.
they can make money.
Well, at least but hey, if that's what's gonna help them get fed, then maybe create a program for let them pick up cardboard and recycle and create a job for them. Because when they were right here in the riverbed, I used to ride my bike through there, and when they were there for a while, man, I'd see some folks built like little gates, some really cool stuff that it tells me that a lot of these folks actually have the skill set to go out there, maybe just psychologically or emotionally, they're not there.
Yeah.
And then what you're talking about, getting that
Either
help.
that or they just don't want to pay rent.
It's
Well,
hard.
that's true. Yeah.
It's hard,
Yeah.
but once you've been homeless for so long, it's really hard to get housed.
Yes.
The more years you've been outside, living in the home, the harder it is to integrate.
It's hard to
back.
adapt,
Yeah.
because you adapt to living outside in the streets and knowing where to go get the water and where to get the shower and all that stuff.
And it's very dangerous every single day as they're living on the street. So that's why you see a lot of them who have animals with them, like pets.
Dogs.
Yeah, dogs.
Yeah.
And then everyone who they see, all of their fellow individuals experiencing homelessness become their family.
Yeah.
It's really their
Yeah.
their
Yeah, I see that. They're always in a little group, especially at the 7-Eleven right there on Main and Dyer. Have you seen it? I mean, they're always hanging out there just kind of talking and stuff like that. So homelessness, what other issues you see in your ward that you could come in and try to fix? Because everybody's trying to fix stuff, but sometimes they're accomplished, and sometimes I know within the city council they have a hard time.
Yeah. That one's generally, it's not just the city, right?
Right.
It's getting collaboration from everyone around us, all levels of government. But I think what we do have, we brought up land use. I think planning, and especially building affordable housing, is more within the realm, I think, of the city council. And I do believe after this next census, we're going to see how many residents we have living in the city, and from there we can look and try to study and take a survey and how many units do we need more to accommodate those individuals who are living multi-generationally with their family members or with roommates.
Yeah.
I mean, I still myself have roommates, and it's been very difficult to just live on my own, and I can't afford
By yourself.
Just by
And that's
myself.
one of the things we were talking about. I have roommates. I have my mom, my dad, my tia, everybody. And that's the reality of it. You'll go to an apartment complex and you'll find 2-3 families on a 1-bedroom home because it's that difficult out there. What do you mean by affordable housing? I mean, are we looking like something really dirt cheap, or is it, what is affordable housing?
I mean, I'd like to see at least, overall in the city, at least 20%
20%?
of homes be affordable, so that is 30% of median income.
Yeah.
I believe you don't want to pay more than 30% of your income towards rent.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then I do believe that we need at least market rate housing, mixed use development, and and some luxury for some who can afford it. But I think you can't just have one type of fixed price dominating the market.
Great. Okay. So we got homelessness, and then now we have affordable housing. let's talk about the POA, because I know that's the big elephant in the room all the time, and it comes up, and it's
Elephant's your thing today, huh? You got an elephant.
Titans. I am a Cal State floating drag, you
Yeah.
know what I mean? I mean, I didn't go to the anteaters and stuff.
Yeah, okay.
You know?
Otherwise it would
He
be
has
the
to-
anteater in the.
Do they actually have a live anteater somewhere there in UCI? Like,
There's the plushies, so if you go to the
no,
little
like a
gym
real
store-
live one, like a
Oh,
real live
no.
anteater. I want to go feed them ants. And
No, there's a
Not
lot of
the
ants
real
at my
one.
house.
yeah, I know. I want to bring them to my house and just have them clean up the ants. I mean, but let's talk about the POA, because it always comes up.
Yeah.
It's been the big elephant in the room, and they're not going anywhere. How do you address that situation if you happen to become a city councilwoman here? So,
I mean, I have the labor experience.
Okay.
So OCEA was the largest
that's
labor
right. You work for the.
organization. Yeah, I work for the Orange County Employees Association. So they represent more the general unit of the County of Orange, and then a lot of cities and special districts. But I think coming from public safety, I think they do face very different issues than the ones that I did see at OCEA. And I do think that we do have an issue of, and this is what I've explained more during all of the other forums in which I've spoken before, is with response time. I've actually had to call 911 emergency services, and it took them 4 or 5 hours for them to get to my house.
Wow.
Yeah.
So
Well,
luckily,
they
it wasn't-
prioritize stuff. They say what's
Will they ask you what the
Yeah, they
emergency
ask-
is?
They
and
did.
then-
And then we thought someone was jumping over our fences because it's not safe where I live.
Wow.
Yeah.
And that was 4 or 5 hours.
4 to 5 hours.
Is it like when you call AT&T that you're next on the queue, you'll be up in 20 minutes? Like that
It's like when you
type
call
of-
Spectrum.
Hold on, let me tell the thief to like not leave. Hold on, we're almost there. You know, that type of thing. Wow, I didn't know it was taking that long. I'm curious, like, do you have any crime rates as far as what's going on here in Santa Ana, like numbers and stuff?
I think we're 30% higher than the
Like
national average.
30% of the national
30%
average,
higher
and
than
then
the
yet
national
people
average.
keep talking about defunding the police.
Yeah, I'm not.
Oh yeah, you don't want to defund
I
the
don't
police.
want
I'll
to.
tell you that much.
No, I don't want to. I definitely think that we need to. Actually, I think the budget can be reallocated within itself. So we do have a SWAT team, and I think that SWAT team can maybe be repurposed and have that funding used to hire more officers on the police force and
Yeah.
have more of a community oriented type of policing. So I think we need to build trust between residents
Yeah.
and police.
Definitely.
Because
Definitely.
I don't think that they need to be abolished. I don't want to defund.
No,
altogether.
no. I mean, we need them. I mean, I don't know how people say, "Well, get rid of the police." All right, who are you going to call when somebody's breaking into your house, or you know what I mean?
They'll be there 4 hours later, but they'll show up
4 hours later and stuff.
Yeah.
But at least they
well,
know
see,
they're going to
City of
show
Santa
up.
Ana has issues with jaywalkers. We have issues with homeless people. We have issues with all these drag racers that
Yes.
are going on.
Oh,
I
my
mean,
house.
yeah.
They hit the pole all the
Oh,
time,
yeah,
every
yeah.
3 months.
I mean, on First and Flower, you could basically stand there and they run the light every single time.
Yeah.
It's like amazing. I'm going to go, why doesn't the cop just camp out right here? And he would be totally like getting people
Yeah,
for
put a
tickets.
motorcycle
Yeah.
out there. Yeah.
Yeah.
I used to do that on Sandpoint on MacArthur when you were going down towards south towards Maine. There was a cop right there by Sandpoint Park, and if you're going over 40 miles an hour, boom, you get popped. I don't
Yeah.
see that anymore.
Yeah.
I don't see
Well,
cops.
I know
with-
that probably.
I think they're stretched thin.
Is
Yeah,
that what that
they're
is?
not, they don't have
They're
enough.
stretched
They don't
thin.
have enough cops. Yeah,
Yeah.
they don't have enough cops. But all the money that's going towards
Pensions
and all that is
Yeah.
affected obviously, and that's. Did you take any money from the POA? No.
No.
Hey,
No.
we asked some
And-
tough questions.
Look,
And,
Sorry.
it
and
doesn't
their
matter, I
pension fund
mean-
is CalPERS, so it's different than the OSERS
Yeah,
fund.
yeah.
So it's more liability on
Yeah,
them.
'cause I know people interview and then they decide whether they want to do it or not. So that's what I was asking. Because a lot of people, the last election, some of the people that are there now are the people that took money from the POA. So that's what I was thinking.
What's the issue with taking money from the POA? I'm curious. 'Cause
They pay for these. They pay for these other
But
things. and
isn't that what
signs and stuff.
campaigning is? I mean,
But yeah, but you now. So
Aren't
now
you
they
allowed
give
to
you,
take
they
money
give you
from-
money. Now they want you to vote on all their stuff. They want you to go on their side, be on their side.
which is what?
Pensions and raises and stuff like that, and it's like so all the money from the city is going to the cops. What is it, like 70% of
The budget?
The budget is going towards law enforcement and cops right now. So there's nothing for
But
programs.
we
there's
have
nothing for all the other stuff.
30% overall crime.
But our crime has gone
Yeah.
up. We had Claudia Alvarez here last week, who's running for mayor, and she said when she left when she was city council, when she left, we were considered, I think, top 30 cities in the whole U.S. as a safe city.
Nope.
We're definitely
When was
not
she
there.
at
We're
city
definitely not
council?
there. But she
Yes.
left 8 years ago, more than that.
Okay.
Yeah, she's been gone for a while.
Mhm.
So it's definitely increased. I mean, like I said, we don't have enough cops, believe it or not.
It was the recession. That's what we lost him.
Yeah, so we
of course.
But let me ask you: do you feel that the answer to crime is adding more cops?
Not just adding more cops. I think, have you heard of the broken window theory, like in New York City?
Mhm.
So in New York City, when they decided to refurbish like the buses and the subways systems and all that, they started to see lower crime rates because individuals who would more likely be, who would want to commit a crime didn't want to do that.
Because they look really nice. And
yeah,
look,
better facility,
that's
yeah.
interesting. Okay.
So when I see all the graffiti that I drive by every single day, and it's been on the walls and the stop signs and then campaign signs, I think about, I want to have a graffiti vendor services who comes out the next day, 24 hours.
Well, here's my thing with graffiti, that because it's gonna keep popping up, is there was a wall right there where I live at where the business owner put this like mesh thing on it. It's it looked like flowers. You know those flowers that grow on the walls and stuff like that?
Like ivy?
Yeah, they put that on there. That wall never got tagged. As soon as they removed that, boom, they started tagging on it.
Or either that or
Why
put up
not
a nice
adding-
mural or something
Why
like
not
that that
adding
people don't
something
wanna
that's
touch.
decorative to
Yeah.
our walls? So therefore, it doesn't make, because I mean, I'm from Santana. I see a clear wall, I want to kind of just go. It's just the way it is, and I don't do that anymore. I have done that, like that. But imagine these young
A lot of that,
folks.
well, see, a lot of that too starts with. I'm not trying to be to you, but a lot of that starts at home. A lot of that
Hear that,
starts at
Mom?
home. At my office, I used to have this one kid that would come across, and I have all these white roses in my office in the front, and the kid would come across and he'd knock them down every single time. And I finally went up to the dad, and the dad's like, "We don't have none of those at my house." I'm like, "Well, put some in your house and watch. He's not going to knock down yours, but he comes by and knocks mine down." So then after that, the kid would not get into the the bushes anymore. So you got to, it starts at home, and we're talking about 70% goes to the cops. We don't have these programs in communities. We don't have programs where they can stay busy. You got mom and dad working 2 jobs. They're busy. They're not paying.
Create an
attention.
area where these kids
Yeah.
can go and
Yeah.
tag. Get this whole building.
Yeah.
Like
Seriously,
you guys
there
can
is.
go in this building and do whatever you want, but if we catch you on this wall, we're gonna not only arrest you, but we're gonna go after your parents financially and have them pay for them, because it costs a lot of money to have these folks. And I see them because my house gets tagged all the time.
Yeah.
Right there, I live right there on Dyer and between Flower and Bristol, right back of Saddleback. So they have those walls every day. They come and they clean it. I imagine that's going to cost a lot of money, having somebody to go and clean up that graffiti.
Well, the city of Santa Ana used to have a graffiti program before, but then what they ended up doing is
They were out tagging themselves.
no, they were
Is that what it was?
subsidizing it out to another company, and then the company
Outsourcing.
Yeah,
Yeah,
outsourcing.
outsourcing.
It's all outsourcing.
Yeah, they outsource everything. So and then,
I know, I saw that.
and
in the streets
you don't
right
get
there.
the same service whether you believe it or not.
Nope.
Yeah. So then, city of Santa Ana has very little full-time employees, very little.
Really?
So,
Especially after
COVID-19.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yep.
Yeah.
So they're all part-timers, and then it's all
CIU.
outsourced. Yeah, it's all outsourced. So it's one of those things. It's a money issue.
Yeah.
So it's
Well, share with us, how do people get a hold of you? How do can they still donate money to your campaign?
Yeah, absolutely. So you
It's
can
like,
look at more information about me, my website at www.Welker, WELKER.com. And if you want to learn about the issues, we have an issues button. If you want to volunteer, you can volunteer. You can also follow us on Facebook at Vote Welker. And then if you look on your ballot, I'm going to be the last candidate, the very last one.
Okay, that's
So
good.
my last name's Welker. I'm always used to being at the back.
But that's people that are on your ward, right?
On Ward 3.
I don't think I saw you.
Yeah, I didn't see you on mine because you're not in my ward. So
Yeah.
Okay,
Got
got
it.
it.
You live in Fountain Valley?
No, I live in Balboa.
Just kidding. Balboa, that's right.
Balboa.
Yeah, Balboa.
People started saying that I lived in Balboa.
Oh, really?
And I'm like, really? Okay.
Well, they get mad because we hang out with Republicans and stuff. They're like there's a problem not hanging out with Republicans.
So people now ask, where do I live? I'm like, you know where I live? Look at my car.
Little Island, Balboa.
Yeah, Little Island.
But yeah, if you have any questions about how to turn in your ballot, where you can drop it off, where you can vote in person, because you can actually go through some drive-throughs, and then even at the Honda Center, they're going to be the giant super site, super voting site.
The Honda Center, not the Arrowhead Park. Right?
We were
The
talking about
Honda
that.
Center, yeah.
But going back to the police issue, and you're a little young for this, but prior to you, there was a gentleman by the name of Jose Vargas who was a decorated, I think the first Latino police officer here in Santana.
No, he was not the first Latino.
Or
He was
one-
one of the Latinos.
one of the
but he
fir-
was
yeah.
a community liaison.
I mean, he
was
would
a
go to
liaison.
different neighborhoods and he'd shake people's hands, and he knew the parents and he knew the kids, and I don't see that anymore. I don't see like cops just drive by and they kind of look at you, but they don't even smile or wave, that type of thing. I think a program like that would definitely be beneficial here in San
Okay, we
Diego.
have wards for candidates. We have wards for city councilmen. We should have a police officer in each ward that comes out maybe every month and says, what's going on here? Oh, they're tagging on crosses.
What are the issues?
Or they're throwing trash. We have a lot of issues with the trash. Our vendors. Our vendors, they leave a lot of trash. You see the little kids buying their paletas and they throw the thing on.
Yeah.
So there's a lot of issues and stuff like that and like I said, it starts at home. If mom and dad would say, hey, pick that up, don't throw it in the trash, pick it up and don't trash the city, it would obviously help out. So it's a lot of working together.
We have a good recycling day.
Mhm.
We can teach kids what recycling looks like
Right.
to do it responsibly.
Or city cleanup day, like what happened after when people try to loot here in Santa Ana. There was a lot of residents from Santa Ana the next morning that went and swept up the glass and everything. And
There's a lot of people that care about the city.
There's a lot of people that I think care. There's more people that care about the city than there is of the ones that don't care.
Mm-hmm.
It's just how do we get those folks to come out and vote for the right
How we
candidate?
activate them.
That's what it is, and that's the toughest thing here in Santa Ana, as Beatriz knows, is
Get him to vote.
We have a large population that can vote here in Santa Ana, but only like 20%, I think, and that was during pre-COVID-19. I imagine now, if it's going to be any higher or not. So.
Yeah, people are going to forget to do their mail-ins and stuff like that, and I forgot, whatever. So you're going to lose votes that way, stuff like that. So it's you're not door knocking, are you?
I mean, we are lit dropping.
Yeah.
So it's safe.
Yeah. So door knocking.
Yeah, you're just leaving literature
Yeah.
there and everything. Yeah, I know that kind of. I know social media. I see your posts and everything on there. So, but one thing on the census, do you feel that the number that's going to come out, it's really going to represent, especially with this. I know during the census happened during COVID-19.
Yeah.
And then there was that talk about asking about citizenship and all that, and our folks were like, I remember when they came to the house and knocked, we all just looked through the window, don't open the door, and then one of us comes out finally, he's like, how many people are here? Like 2? 7.
Keep it down!
Yeah, why is there like 10 cars in the front and stuff like that, you know what I mean? Oh, my dad's a mechanic, but, you feel that
you got the table going, it looks like the Last Supper. There's only 2 people in here.
Well, those are neighbors and stuff. I mean, do you feel that the census is going to have the right number, especially here in Santa Ana?
No, I think we're always going to have an unfortunate undercount. And what it usually is, it's young children.
Yeah.
So 0 to 4, older adults, so the elderly, and individuals who are undocumented who are afraid and who don't realize that this is not going to count against them. None of the information is going to be shared out from the U.S. Census Bureau.
But that's the toughest. Even if you tell them that, they're still going to be like,
still scared.
I'm not going to say anything. I think that's how do we get into that. So look, you guys got to have trust that these numbers are so important because it's going to decide how much funding the city gets.
Yeah.
Do you know how much? 1% of an undercount is $580,000 over 10 years.
1%?
That is lost. 1%.
Oh my God! So we're definitely
And the census just ended, right? I think yesterday, or I think it's today. I think it might be. I'm not sure.
I don't know.
I think it was this week.
They extended it out to the late.
They extended it out because
Oh, really? Cool. Okay.
So if you haven't
So
counted yourself,
make sure you guys count yourself on the census.
Well, now that you live at your mom's, you got to count yourself.
You gotta count myself.
Your mom didn't say you lived.
It's where you lived in April.
Yeah.
So I forgot. I think April 1st. It's Census Day. It's wherever you live by Census Day.
April 1st, isn't that April Fool's Day?
I think it was April 1st, but Census Day. So yeah, it'll ask you that question specifically.
What high school did you attend?
I went to Orange Lutheran.
Orange Lutheran.
High
Good
school.
school, nice. Yeah, great school. So, what if you had a magic wand? What is one thing you would change us in?
I think the city of Santa Ana needs to have a lot more. Residents need to be more accessible to the city council, and I think what you said is very true. There's a lot of people who love the city, who want to be very involved in the city, and who see a barrier somehow.
Yeah.
Who don't know how to maybe read an agenda, how to go to a meeting, how to voice themselves.
Okay.
And since I was at Orange Lutheran High School, I began from an early age in clubs talking about all these issues.
Oh, I thought.
Yeah, we used to go clubbing too.
Yeah.
We were
those
in
kind
a lot
of
of clubs, especially the one across the street from UCI in Metropolis, all the time. But the other kind of club. Okay.
Yeah. Engaging the youth,
Yeah,
starting them at a young age.
Yeah. No, I agree with you. I mean, that's one of the things that I grew up here in Santa Ana as well, and I remember in 5th grade we used to have, and I make fun of this. That's how I learned about drugs. It was Mr. McGruff that come in with the chart and tell you this is PCP, this is cocaine, this is marijuana, this is angel dust, this is how it makes you feel. And I'm like, all right, well, And actually,
all right, I'm gonna try it.
Believe it or not, growing up in the city, it kept me away because I knew what the drugs were gonna do.
Yeah.
I didn't do drugs till later when I was an adult, you know. But growing up here in Santana, it did keep me away as a young person here in Santana. So I think those programs are very, very valuable.
Well, there was a DARE program and
The
all
DARE
that stuff
program.
that we had before, like I said, and it's a lack of things to do. You got to just keep them busy. What we've always said, got to keep them busy from, well, not nurse school right now, but from 3 o'clock till 6 o'clock till mom and dad gets home.
Yeah.
You got to keep them busy.
Yeah.
Whether it's TKO program, boxing program that we
Yes.
have, which is great, or something.
Or free
something
karate classes.
Karate classes, free
Yeah.
karate classes,
Yeah.
Toyama, whatever whatever it's available, just to keep them busy, keep their minds busy nowadays. Especially now the kids want to be on their phone all the time. They don't, they just don't want to do anything outside, especially now with COVID.
Yeah.
So it's a different world right now that
It
we're living in. It's tough.
And
It's
who,
tough.
who else is running in your ward, the ward you're going after?
So there's Mark McLaughlin.
Oh, Mark.
Yes.
Oh, Mark.
Mark, yeah. I know Mark.
We know Mark.
Jeffrey Katz.
Never heard of him.
Jesse Lopez. And
Oh, Jessie Lopez.
Danny
Oh,
Vega.
Jesse.
Yeah, I know her. I asked her to come. She hasn't. She's not.
Danny Vega. I think Danny. I know I met Danny before. Yeah. Is it? Yeah. All right.
Mhm.
Anything else you want to let the audience know why they should vote for you and not these other candidates?
Yeah, I think I have all the experience from all working at the different levels of government. I've gone through the formal education to make sure that, when I'm stepping into the seat, I know and I understand all of the different ways that government should be able to work for the people. And I serve as a public servant every single day. So I want to take all of the years of experience and expertise back home to the city of Santa Ana. So vote for me, Jannelle Welker. I'm the last one on the ballot. And if you want to get a hold of me and ask any more questions, please feel free to give me a call. My number is 714-242-4228.
Call
He's
her now.
calling you.
I'm calling you right now. Go ahead. What is it?
Yes, 714-242-4228.
That was quick.
All right.
I was going to ask you. So is that seat currently empty? That's Jose's seat?
That's Jose's seat, yes.
Okay, so that means if Jose doesn't get the mayor's race, will he automatically be out?
Yes.
Oh, he will. Okay.
Yeah, so he has to win the mayor.
He has to win the mayor's race, so-
pretty much.
Okay.
Yeah.
So then that's the opening, right?
That's the open seat.
That's the
Yes,
open seat
that's
now
the
because
open
he
seat.
decided to leave the
To
open
vacate.
to try to be mayor.
Yes.
Got it. Okay, that we were talking about that earlier.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Good. Well, I got to tell you that Luis and I, we lived in the city for many years, and we're very super impressed with how young the candidates are. But not only how young you guys are, but how knowledgeable you are of the inside of what the city, how it operates, which I think a lot of us citizens or residents don't understand. We just see stuff and, why are they doing this? It's more money. And you understand how cities operate and all that. And I think that's a strong suit. And that's the kind of people we need running this city.
Yeah.
So
Thank you.
hopefully things work out for you. And we appreciate you coming on our show, taking time out of your busy schedule. And you get one more last plug before we let you go.
Yeah, so check me out on my website.
Just show that paper right there.
Now we got hit this
Gonna
right
be-
here.
There you go.
Oh, perfect. Yes.
There.
Yeah,
Smart.
vote
See, she
Welker.
cut her signs in
Vote
half
Welker.
and she got 2 signs out of 1.
Yeah.
There you go.
For the price of one. There you go.
Well, at least
So-
you didn't draw them like
At least you
somebody
got
else.
my favorite color up there too.
Do you
Alright,
like the
purple,
purple?
yeah.
Yeah, so vote for me, Jannelle Welker, for Santa Ana City Council, Ward 3.
And it says Jannelle Walker, bold, innovative, resourceful, and effective, guys. So there you go, Jannelle
And
Walker.
she's last on the list, but first in your heart.
Yes.
First in your heart. But
Yeah.
you're the one with the W, so make sure you remind them that you're the one with the W. for
Yes.
Winning.
Yes.
There you go. Oh, you got
Welker
all
wins.
kinds of
Yeah.
things
You
going
know,
on.
if you want to go ahead. You know what I mean? It's a little too late, but I'll just kidding. No, I got to say, people have asked me to run. I said, you know what? I don't know enough what goes on inside the city, so talk to you.
But
talk
they
to
want you to run because you're going.
They want me to run away from the city. That's what it is. The other one is Ty, who I think
Yeah.
Viet
knows.
fan.
Yeah, she knows a lot of what's going on. Jonathan as well is another young guy
Yes.
that grew up here in Santana. So I think Santana has a very bright future with you guys here. So thank you very much for coming
Of
on.
course.
We're gonna get a commercial and then we'll be back. So
All
we'll do a
right.
commercial. We'll be back, folks.
Hello, my name is Albert Durazo of Pacific Lighthouse Insurance Agency. Our agency is located in the city of Orange with the capability of serving the entire state of California. I've been serving the community with business, life, health, car, and home insurance for the last 22 years. Pacific Lighthouse is proud to give you the best customer service. We will take care of your needs. The advice we offer will give you the peace of mind that your business and family will be protected. As an independent agency, we will find you the best insurance company at reasonable pricing with the best possible coverage. Call us now at 657-667-0225. Pacific Lighthouse Insurance.
Hello, my name is Cesar Mendoza, and I'm the mortgage broker and CEO for CNC Financial Corp. Our team of professionals have over 20 years of experience, resulting in our strength to educate all of our clients, provide a sense of security, and staying consistent from start to finish. Our expertise include a variety of home loans, such as FHA, conventional, VA, no money down, and loans for non-permanent residents, and even borrowers with IT numbers. We also offer specialized programs for business owners, self-employed, asset depletion, bank statement, and even no income documentation for investment properties. We can also assist in refinances to remove mortgage insurance, cash out to pay off any debt, including renovation and paying off student loans, with no cash out loan to value restrictions. CNC Financial Corp is more than your average company. We're making dreams come true, one family at a time. Call us now at 1-800-306-5185. We look forward to seeing you. Thank you very much.
So, talk about your FTP of the week. We're back, guys. FTP of the week is going to be Jerry Casales with his.
I thought it was Russell, but we'll
Oh,
go
yeah.
ahead and,
Oh,
we'll
okay.
go ahead and
Oh,
give
that's-
it to.
No.
We'll do that for Jerry next week.
I'll do it for Jerry.
We'll write it down.
Okay.
But we are talking about that, and there is a
Free karate.
free karate. Going on here, let me tell you what's going on. The program name is called Psychics for Life Youth Mentorship by Toyoma, offered by Extended Learning Program at SAUSD, free for many kids that are in kindergarten all the way to 12th grade. So you can't make it anymore because you're already in 13th grade.
Yeah.
And then registration ends October 28th, a couple of days before Halloween, guys. So we're going to post the link, or I'll post the link on there, or we'll have them posted out there, or we'll put it on our Facebook. But if you have a young child at home right now that could benefit from these classes.
So are they doing the classes online, or is it on
No.
Zoom, or how is it?
They're doing some via Zoom, and I think they're doing some at their studio.
Oh, they are?
Obviously, they have
Maybe
the
it's
proper,
optional.
yeah, the proper
Mask
precautions
and
to
everything.
make sure that people are keeping safe from COVID-19.
Yeah, wow.
Yeah.
No, that's good. Like I said, we were talking about keeping kids busy, keeping kids, doing something, whether it's, karate, boxing, whatever it is to keep them busy.
Dance.
When me and you, dance. When me and you were younger, we used to have,
We were fighting, guys. That's Johnny. What's up, Johnny? Johnny Gutierrez is on there, and you talk to him. And him and I went to Lathrop together, man. From 6th grade to 9th grade, actually till 12th grade, it was a lot of fighting, And we played sports, but they would wait for just cholos they wouldn't sleep, and I didn't get these guys. Every time I was walking somewhere, they were out there. Like, it could be at 2, 3 in the morning they were out there. These guys, they don't sleep or anything, man. It's like, nos esperaban ahí en la esquina de la McFadden y donde está ahí la Grandpa, la Century.
Uh-huh.
Ahí nos esperaban, so we had to walk all the way around through Edinger, down Standard, take an extra half hour to walk home.
wow.
Yeah.
Lopers?
I'm not gonna name the gangs. That's already over and done with. You know.
Yeah.
But it's funny. A lot of those folks that I got in fights with when I was in junior high and high school, I ran into them, and we actually became not good friends, but we kind of were like, that's kind of dumb, huh? We didn't even own the house. We were renting, and we were claiming a barrio that's not even ours.
Yeah.
Now, if you buy the house, then you could claim your parcel, but you can't claim the whole neighborhood, you know. But if you buy the whole neighborhood, then it's your barrio.
Yeah.
But most of us don't even own a home, you know. So it was interesting. All right, we got some COVID-19. Don't forget, Sidekicks for Life. We'll post it on there if you have a young kid that's from kindergarten to the age of 12.
Right.
Take it away, Mr.
To our COVID numbers, guys, and we're going to start off in Santa Ana. Santa Ana, guys, so we're having about 10 people pass away a week, it looks like.
Well,
last week we were at
16.
293.
No, that was after 2 weeks.
Oh, it's
That's right, because
Yeah.
we didn't do it. Yeah.
yeah, 293.
But it's 303.
Right now we're at 303. So we're at 303. So yeah, about 10 people a week are passing away in the city of Santa Ana.
Yeah.
We have 11,074 open cases. Doing this backwards today. Orange County, 58,851 cases, and we have 1,410 people that have passed away in the county of Orange. So 303 people in Santana and 1,400 people in the county. State of California, 884,000 people have been infected, and we have 17,004 people that have passed away. So the United States, 8.28 million people cases, and we have 221,000 people that have passed away. So those numbers keep going up. They're saying that due to the weather being, I actually have one of our friends that got infected. I'm not going to say who it is. I'll tell you later about it. So she thinks she got it. I haven't talked to her. So
It's real, guys.
Yeah,
it's
a
real.
real thing.
Wear the mask. I see a lot of people out there not wearing masks, not carrying. I go, if you're happen to be asymptomatic, that's good for you, but keep other people in consideration. There's a lot of people that are not going to be asymptomatic, and and there were some folks out there making fun of people driving with masks, and I made a comment. I'm like, you don't know their situation. You don't know these folks have nobody, and they have to. They have other conditions, but they're forced to go out on the street and buy their necessities.
Yeah.
And people making fun. Is that what the United States is now? Is that what we are? If we don't like something, we're gonna bully people. And I seen the guy that's making fun of that stuff, and I would like to bully him, punch him in the mouth, and shut him up. But that's only gonna, right? It's only gonna justify what I'm talking about. So just be kind, man. Stop being haters. Stop spreading hate. You see somebody wearing a mask, let them be. All right, that's their problem. You don't know their situation. You don't know what's going
Well,
on.
and a lot of people are concerned that you go outside and you contract the virus outside, and then you bring it home to a older grandma
Yeah.
or an older aunt or
Parents
uncle
or whatever,
parents.
yeah.
So that's the thing now. We don't get it. We don't get that point that we've got older people living at home, and you go outside and you come back and bring it to them.
Yeah.
It's one of those things. So that's why a lot of people are taking the extra precautions of being out there, and it's one of those things, guys. I remember when this all started, we were all making fun of it, right? We're all making fun of it, but look at it now. I mean, 202,000 people have actually died.
And we've known people,
Yeah.
we've had people on the show that have had it, survived it. We had Mr. Ruben Mata not so long ago, and he talked about how he felt like he was going to die. And this is one of the healthiest men that I've known in my life. Doesn't drink, doesn't party or anything like that would affect him. So it's not
Yeah.
just affecting people with pre-existing conditions. It could hit anybody at any time. And now with the cold season coming up, we really have to take all the precautionary
Yeah.
measures. So. But yeah, those are the COVID-19 numbers, guys. So we appreciate you guys tuning in to FTP. Got anything else?
No, I
No.
don't know who will
Do
be
we have
out next
anybody
week.
next week?
Don't know anybody yet.
I'm gonna work on bringing Oscar from who's running for city council in Huntington Beach, because I think that's an important race. We got
Okay.
a young Latino gentleman who's running for city council in the city of Huntington Beach.
Oh,
As we know,
interesting.
it's predominantly
Surfers.
I want to say
Surfers.
racist. I mean Republican. Believe it or not, Huntington Beach was the first one to say not to wear masks, and there were the ones that were out there parading saying no wearing masks, and the people that actually were out there leading that, a couple of them ended up getting COVID-19. So just wear your mask, guys. Hopefully this thing will pass by and we get a vaccine, and then we could go back to seeing your ugly faces again. So don't worry about it.
I don't recognize people sometimes with their mask on.
I walk into it, and I walk in.
I was at the bank the other day. 2 people said hi to me, and I'm like, I didn't even know who they were.
They-
And I'm like, hey, Luis. I'm like, hey, how you doing? And it's like the next person came up. Hey, I'm like, I didn't know who they were because I couldn't recognize it with the mask.
I know that
With the
happens.
mask.
You know, so.
No sé quién saludé, güey, pero saludé a alguien.
Somebody, right?
Yeah.
Well, at least you know they didn't have COVID-19 because they're wearing their masks.
Yeah, that's true.
All right, folks. So that's the FTP crew for today. Your host Carlos Muñiz.
Luis, yeah.
And don't forget it. You heard it here on
Wow.
FTP.